the most powerful military alliance in history is collapsing. While everyone is distracted by the Middle East, a decision was just made in the White House that leaves Europe totally defenseless against Vladimir Putin. For nearly 80 years, NATO was the untouchable bedrock of global security. An attack on one is an attack on all, but overnight that guarantee was shattered. A geopolitical earthquake just hit, and the epicenter is the Oval Office. The President of the United States has officially ordered the sudden, rapid withdrawal of thousands of American troops based in Germany. This isn't a routine shift, it's an abrupt, politically motivated decapitation of America's military footprint in the heart of Europe. For decades, Germany has been the central nervous system for U.S. military operations. Ramstein Air Base, Landstuhl, these aren't just bases. They are the backbone of American global power, and right now that backbone is being snapped. But the troops leaving is just the beginning. In a much more devastating move, the Pentagon just canceled the deployment of the new Dark Eagle long-range hypersonic weapons and Tomahawk cruise missiles on German soil. The Dark Eagle flies at Mach 5. Imagine a missile that can strike deep inside hostile territory before the enemy's air raid sirens even start spinning. That was supposed to be Europe's ultimate shield against Russian aggression. And overnight, imagine that shield just vanishing. Washington didn't just remove its soldiers. It stripped Europe of its most lethal protection. So, what triggered this massive rupture? You have to look at the friction from the ongoing, exhausting 60-day war with Iran. Washington poured billions into the Middle East and expected its European allies to stand firmly by its side. Instead, they got a lecture. German Chancellor Friedrich Merz did the unthinkable in a recent public address. He didn't just refuse to help. He openly criticized the American strategy. Merz suggested that the United States military was allowing itself to be humiliated on the global stage. In international diplomacy, you do not insult the superpower that pays for your defense. You certainly do not call them humiliated while their soldiers are actively engaged in combat. The response from the Oval Office was swift and brutal. The doctrine is simple: America first. America only protects those who show loyalty. From Washington's perspective, if the German Chancellor has the audacity to mock American military struggles while relying entirely on American tax dollars to keep his own country safe, then Germany can figure out its own defense. The message is unambiguous. You think you can do better? You are on your own. The panic ripping through Berlin, Paris, and Brussels today is palpable. Europe is waking up to a terrifying reality. Just look at the headlines coming out of Germany right now. The German military is facing catastrophic equipment shortages. They have soldiers with broken gear and an ammunition stockpile that would barely last a few days in a real firefight. They built a massive economic empire on the back of cheap Russian gas and free American defense. Now the gas is gone and the American defense umbrella is being packed up. And sitting just a few hundred miles to the east, Vladimir Putin is watching this divorce with absolute delight. The timing could not be worse for Europe or more perfect for Moscow. We are rapidly approaching May 9th, Russia's Victory Day. It's Putin's ultimate propaganda centerpiece. Right now, Putin is reportedly hiding in fortified bunkers, bleeding men and material on the Eastern Front, and yet he is watching his greatest geopolitical fantasy come true without firing a single bullet at a NATO soldier. His goal was never just territory. It was to fracture the West, to prove NATO is a paper tiger. Thanks to a diplomatic feud, that goal is being achieved for him. The world as we know it just changed sides. If the United States is willing to abandon its most important European ally over an insult, what does that mean for Taiwan? For South Korea? Washington is telling every adversary on the planet that American protection is no longer a guarantee. It's a subscription service that can be canceled at any moment. Europe is scrambling. Russia is emboldened, and the United States is walking away. To stay ahead of these rapid global shifts, make sure you hit subscribe. We give you the unfiltered truth behind the headlines. I will see you in the next briefing.